Today I'm gonna react to Generic Stud, who makes Lego sets on his own. Firstly, before I react to some of his old videos, firstly I'm gonna react to his latest video. Let me just shrink my screen. Kind of hear a movie playing in the background because Alta is watching a movie.
Sleepy ka, baby? Antay, sleepy ka? You want banana? Antay, bibili ko banana. Dali.
Which is definitely based on the end, the nether villages, and the oversized.
And also besides the
Antay, oh.
also oh yeah.
You do it again.
Also besides reacting to Generic Stud, I'm also gonna react to Sacredbricks.
These are completely impractical. The main play feature is way less fun, not to mention that nobody knows what it is. But what if it was more iconic? Your first night in the game, for example, you create a new world, go exploring, and when night comes, you have no choice but to quickly build a house. Using Lego dirt blocks, we can easily construct an incredibly strong, robust, and zombie-proof shelter to last the night, which is definitely better than whatever this is. I mean, wouldn't it be much better if Lego made sets that people could relate to? Like, for example, building a massive pillar to try and land the MLG water bucket to prove to yourself that life has meaning every single time without fail. This is a simple $10 set which every player understands, and it's the reason that my mouse looks like this. In fact, I've got dozens of fantastic ideas to hopefully get working for Lego by proving myself as a designer for the people. This is the most viewed by proving myself as a designer. I've got dozens of fantastic ideas to hopefully get me working for Lego. Try and land the MLG water bucket to prove to yourself that life has meaning and landing it every single time without fail. This is a simple $10 set which every player understands, and it's the reason that my mouse looks like in fact, I've got dozens of fantastic ideas to hopefully get me working for Lego by proving myself as a designer for the people. This is the most beautiful video of all time. Something that literally everybody knows. By using Lego Minecraft blocks, we can begin to construct a base for the set to go on. Something sturdy which won't break easily, as well as a pathway just like in the video. Now, the majority of the music video takes place either in this opening or in the cave. So I built a small little cave with some ores, torches and water, as well as a tree and a fence at the outside. One problem though, I don't actually own a Lego creeper. Oh man. So after buying a brick house, which I hate so much, I ripped one single minifigure from scraps and voila, every Minecraft player's childhood favourite song now in Lego. But with all these people...
What? Thank you. Wala. Wala pa. Meron. Wala pa. Meron. Look outside to Daddy.
One iconic thing I could possibly build. Something that everybody recognises, which is of course Stampy's Love Garden. A place from one of the OG Minecraft YouTubers' worlds where subscribers would get their names written on
Good old Stampy.
Stampy's lovely world. I personally grew up with this.
I miss watching Stampy. Even though I haven't watched it in a while. But this is already old and cancelled.
Others, and it is definitely iconic. Similarly, I also love DownTDM, another OG Minecraft YouTuber who just so happened to have a sidekick villager, Trayorus. He was a scientist, so I decided to build one of his contraptions, the trolling machine. Place a minifigure up here, use the trapdoor, and make it troll. Also known as being tortured or burnt alive. This with a DownTDM minifigure and a Stampy one is a perfect nod to old Minecraft YouTube, and it's without a doubt very iconic. And after asking people what other iconic sets I could make, the answers were clear. 2012 was a pretty scary time for us Minecraft players, and if you played back then, you'll remember the horror stories we all heard about. After a long day of mining, you make your way back to the base, but the trees seem slightly off. No leaves, which is weird because you didn't do that. There's also a strange pyramid in the middle of the sky, which is admittedly probably just a glitch. As you get closer to your home, you hear your dogs being attacked. You know you have to defend your animals, but you see this. This guy is probably the most well-known Minecraft character, but in all of Minecraft there was only one known way to summon him. A circle of gold blocks with torches and fire. Using Lego blocks or something similar, we can do exactly that with pretty little difficulty, as well as popping some white eyes on a Steve minifigure, building a lever street and a pyramid to give us possibly the most horrifying Lego set of all time. This set without a doubt would be recognised by most Minecraft players, but I'm sorry, there is absolutely no way in hell I'm keeping this thing in my room. I'm stupid. I have a brain, I'm gonna use it. I'm taking no risks. See, as a Minecraft veteran, I've already experienced quite enough.
Oh, he's a Minecraft veteran. What?
No risks. See, as a Minecraft veteran,
Oh, he is a Minecraft
I've
veteran.
experienced quite enough trauma, because whilst the end of the Nether was cool and all, we all wanted something new and exciting to make the game more interesting. So when word spread about a new mysterious realm, it was very exciting. I mean, all the tutorials made it look easy, just a glowstone thrown with water and voila, the ether. Except one slight caveat, it never actually worked. This is quite possibly the biggest con in the history of Minecraft. And be honest, you tried it just like the rest of us. Although Lego Glowstone only comes in like 3 sets, which I don't have any of. So using digital software, I can upload Glowstone bricks to create a portal on my computer. I began with making a small base for it to go on, similar to the existing Lego Minecraft sets. Actual Lego designers create their sets this way too, so this would be a fantastic way to show just how much better Lego is than Mega Constructs. I split the... A fantastic way to show just how much better Lego is than...
What is that? What is that? Daddy, that is disturbing me. What is that? It is disturbing me.
Don't disturb ko. Huwag mag-disturb si Kuya Rio.
Hey!
Halika, tuka.
Sorry for that interruption.
Two pieces, one half being the overworld, the other being some clouds and weird flying bolts. And after adding a portal, also making it out. So this is what we have. An incredibly iconic like a Minecraft set. That all Minecraft fans understand. Half of the set being the mysterious ether realm, the elusive location which we've all tried to reach, and being impossible to do unless you have this set. You've got flying mobs, clouds, purple plants, brand new trees, and the other half has the overworld, which to be honest isn't quite as interesting. I mean, trees, and the other half has the overworld, which to be mobs, clouds, purple plants, brand new trees, and the other half has the overworld, which to be honest isn't quite as interesting. I mean, mobs don't fly, but for $30, this would be amazing. Now imagine this, you're out on your horse when you see a cave, you go into it to see what's there and you see this. Absolutely unlimited amounts of rare ores, minerals, items and chests with unspeakable surprises, and after spending hours collecting your riches, you decide to make your way to the surface, but you saw one last door. So naturally you make your way over there when, yeah, it doesn't really work out. So let me introduce you to the Lego Drowning in Lava set. Here we have a small cave with tons of lava and one lone diamond door. If we take the minifigure's legs off, we can surround them with lava to reenact never-ending pain and the reason.
Hoy, dito ka lang, baby!
What?
To really rub it
Dito
in,
ka lang, dito lang kasi si Daddy. Di naman ate si Daddy.
you can't get to because
Hindi
you're...
pwede.
But at least now I've got tons of iconic Lego Minecraft sets and an unreasonable amount of Lego Minecraft pieces. So subscribe right now, there's no time.
There were people guessing father. I'm scared. You want people to get me? Bad people? Oh. Kaya mo na tayo.
I'm gonna do the channel before I react to these sacred bricks. Wait, what?
The Skywalker Saga is one of the greatest games to ever be released. It
Oh,
captures
kaya nga,
decades of Lego
nilabas
Star
ako ng
Wars
aircon.
history, but I, like every other player,
Okay.
coins. I want to become the richest Lego Star Wars player there is, and because one day in Lego Star Wars in 20 minutes, I'm going to be spending the next 100 Lego days doing shit
In Steam!
like that. Not only getting incredibly rich, but also seeing what secrets this game might hold that have yet to be discovered. But first things first, I needed to figure out how to get coins. This might work. Okay, this is perfect. I am getting rich. Sorry lads. Oh, on day one, I found out a way that I could travel around the map while collecting tons of coins. Find out. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I was able to run into literally anything and destroy it instantly to harvest tons of studs, as well as torment innocent civilians. Show me some moves, dance, right now. I'll shoot you in the head. Jump. I am so sorry. This game is so incredibly fast with so much detail that after gathering some more coins, I killed you back there. I wanted to see what was going on in the Jedi Temple, so we walk in here and just do a massive combo. Please, can I be on the council? Now, because most billionaires are friends with one another, I made it my goal to try and form some new relationships. Hey, what's Admiral Akbar's favourite type of music? Trap. Why are you leaving? Will you be my friend? Right, well, there's no need to be so rude, okay? Kill one Padawan and apparently I'm a bad guy. Now, being a serial murderer, I had to flee to a new place, somewhere more lavish and with more wealth. Naboo. Honestly, I don't think that anything could ruin this. New city, new me. Sorry, could you hold this a second? Naboo was the land of opportunities, and I intended to make the most of it. If I just shoot all of the civilians, will I get caught? You can't run away from me. What's your big plan now? I also gave it my all with begging for money. Getting money from the elderly would be an awful shame if something were to happen, like your limbs be severed. And then gave it my all with trying to take it too. A daylight robbery this is. Catch you will. Lightsaber in your head you will have. Your kneecaps I will break. Why does he run like that? A bomb I have. Hope it doesn't... Although I was definitely getting richer, I needed to turn it up a gear if I wanted to become a millionaire. I began researching all the ways that I could maximise my coin output, so I began with a locking in upgrade which allowed me to pick up coins from a much greater distance. Excuse me sir, have you got a fishing licence? Characters in this game are not cheap at all, and I really needed to reserve my funds. So I found tons of codes which allowed me to unlock characters for free, but to truly get as many coins as possible, I needed to play the story. Oh, someone's at the door. I wonder who it is. Dad? Dad! Hey, how does Darth Vader like his toast? On the dark side? Bro, I'm kidding. Chill. And as I made my way through the game, I began to get into the headspace of a millionaire. I hate local businesses. Let's steal all the profit. Bro, chill. Don't lose your head. I wanted to get as many coins as possible, as quickly as possible. Alright, here we go. The Death Star run in particular gave me tons of coins, so I began replaying it over and over. Sorry, I'm trying to help. I'm trying. I will literally come and kill you again. Each time I did this, I'd get tens of thousands of coins, so after an hour or so, hello poor people, hold this for me. How does it feel having no money? Because I wouldn't know. First thing I want to do as a millionaire? Go completely broke. What this means though is that I now get double the coins. There are several coin multipliers which if I collected all of them would mean that one stud is worth 3,840. So I began playing more of the story. I actually think I'm gonna bomb. Why am I spinning? Stop. I call this one the Holdo Maneuver 2.0. Oh. This meant going around and destroying literally everything I saw so that I could unlock the other multipliers to inevitably get more studs. Can't let the environment survive now, can we? Where there's a forest, there's a profit. The 2 times multipliers sped things up tremendously, and as I continued the story, oh my god, it's been so long, I've missed you so much. The profits just kept rising exponentially. Now, how you like that, Darth Vader? Why is this working? And I've broken the game. I went back to the trench run to keep collecting as many coins as I humanly could. Replaying it over and over again, collecting hundreds of thousands of coins each time until finally I was able to buy the 4 times multiplier. My wealth then began growing even more. This time I was getting almost 1 million coins for every trench run. See, millionaires like to indulge themselves in the finer things in life, so that's exactly what I began to do. What's that? You want some food? Eat this. This looks nice. Oh, sorry. I don't control it. Coming through. Watch out, guys. A super gold droid. Why not? Yes, this is amazing. Now this is gold race. I also became more interested in some of the unlockables. You get lightsabers. Interesting. Oh yes. Can I kill younglings with a piece of bread? No. By flaunting my wealth, I wanted to show just how much better LEGO is than my arch nemesis Mega Bloks. So I decided to buy just how piece of bread. No. By flaunting my wealth, I wanted to show just how much better LEGO is than my arch nemesis Mega Bloks. So I decided to buy all of the characters which I dreamt of having, but as I bought all of the characters my heart desired, one after the other, thousands of studs, I was finally living the life of a millionaire. But I'd made one fatal flaw. Why is it not letting me buy a droid? Out of the way, quick, I need to move, I need to leave. I've messed up. Oh my god. Everyone had lost all respect for me. Why are you running away? And as I walked around Coruscant as a normal guy, I knew I had to get out. I've got to leave, I'm gonna change my name. And as I surrounded myself with the people of the galaxy of all ages and species, I remembered the encounters I'd had. My wealth and power had brought me only sorrow. If the power had corrupted me so easily, then the same must have happened to the leaders of the galaxy. The people who'd wronged me had to be punished and a new leader be appointed. If I could get 1,000,000 coins, I could turn everyone into a gonk droid. What we need is to show people that we mean business. We need to show them the true importance of the gonk droid. So I began traveling across the galaxy, collecting all the studs that I could. We need to take them out, that's it. Over the past 100 days, I'd been treated like an outsider, but now it was my chance to be the leader. Oh, what book are you reading? Although wealth didn't bring me happiness, it allowed me to take it away from others. Now it's time. Do you remember when I tried to just be friendly with you and you ran away? Wow, God is glorious. Gonks everywhere. It's all gonks. But I still had one more thing to do. Appoint a new leader. He didn't want to be in power, so now I'm just poor. Oh. Fellas, every single year there's a brand new Ninjago season released, along with all of the hype and excitement that goes along with it. So why wouldn't you want to spoil it for yourself? Because of this, people are quick to post about the newest details, rumours and leaks regarding Ninjago. This has been an ongoing tradition since Ninjago began, where people would speculate about who the Green Ninja was, looking at all the set leaks and clues to piece together that they would be disappointed. But what do you do when there's no leaks to cover? Do you A, not post a video, B, make a 10-minute video about a tweet that came out a month ago, C, make a different video, or D, lie? Now, because people want to know what's coming up for Ninjago, there is a huge audience for rumours and leaks, and whilst not all of them are fake or misleading, some of them are just so painful to watch. In 2012, there was a huge speculation about Sammy Kai returning after his pretty awful death. But on July 20th, 2012, it was confirmed to be true by Jeff Pad, who posted this video. Yeah, people really didn't like this. Don't make me laugh. People already know it's fake. Why is there even likes? That's the fakest fake. Idiot, your husband is not evil. Oh, holy crap. You're right. Now, judging by the response, you may have imagined that people might have, calmed down with the fake leaks, right? Well, around a similar time, there was a huge rumor about a purple ninja. Now, a lot of people thought this was going to be Nia or another female character, and believe me, a lot of people wanted to know who the purple ninja was. But it turns out that it was, in fact, Garmadon. Now look, I have to give it to them. These are pretty well made and obviously not real, but I want to have a look at some videos that are terribly made and obviously not real. And thankfully, there's quite a lot of them. On YouTube, there's countless videos taken on someone's phone where they've recorded a JPEG of a poorly photoshopped or a custom minifigure and just slapped a big old watermark on it. But my favourite Ninjago leak has to be the Ninjago City Docks leak, which honestly just captures the essence of that set so well.
Hey guys, welcome back, and the new picture for the LEGO Ninjago movie Docks UCS set has emerged.
Hey guys, so today we've got this brand new Ninjago leak. This set looks really good. I can't wait to pick it up. It's gonna be poggers, guys. Finally! I mean, this can't be fake because there's nothing there to be fake. The key to a good Ninjago leak is being incredibly vague, so then people can't say that you're a liar, a fraud, or instead you could go the route of ravaging through your minifigure parts, throwing together some semi-believable Ninjago-esque character, titling the video something clickbaity, and then retiring at the ripe old age of 13. Now, I personally have no real issues with Ninjago leaks as a whole. I think they're a great way of building up hype for new sets, and for kind of getting a gauge of how you should save your money. But recently, the fake Ninjago leaks have really been getting out of hand. I kind of just want to explain to you quickly, if you see a post about a Ninjago leak, how to make your own and get that bag. Boys, now it's time to make the ultimate Ninjago leak. I'd say that there are probably three options. Make a fake episode, a fake set, or a fake minifigure. I feel like a fake minifigure might be the best course of action because I can actually hold it in my hand and say, hey guys, give me a attention, please. We want to go for something that obviously looks reasonably realistic, so I think it probably makes sense to go with some sort of animal head or helmet. I'd say this would be a pretty good piece because it's not that recognizable. After going through all of the parts, I decided to go for something somewhat simplistic so that I could easily plaster some fake prints onto it. Alright, so now that I've got my incredibly low resolution picture of a mismatched minifigure, I want to see if there's any kind of emblems or logos that minifigures generally have on them on Google. There we are, don't mind if I do. Let's go ahead and place this Kai logo on here somewhere. Beautiful. Alright, so I guess we could kind of make it like a space minifigure, so we need to add some space details. There we are. Boom. Alright, so now we need to add a tiny bit of blur. Let's go for some nice motion blur. Let's crank this all the way up to about 61. Now we need a couple of watermarks. Boom. There you have it. The ultimate Ninjago leak. Now you too can be a fraud. Now this may seem like an exaggeration, but go ahead. Search up Ninjago leaks on YouTube, sort by newly listed, and prove me wrong. What the hell? You'll be able to see such masterpieces as fake or real Ninjago leaks, where someone's recorded a page in a book of a red Lego City diver, and they're basically the second coming of Christ. Or you may find videos like Ninjago 2021 leak, fake car or real, where, to be honest, I have absolutely no idea what's going on here, but seriously, I just want to know what the fake and the real car are. Come on, man, please! One of my favourite examples of how Ninjago leaks are fake is when this image here of a brand new J minifigure was found in a Target. The lucky thing is that only a few hours after the post going up, there was already dozens of people that had this exact minifigure in hand. Or at least a blurry image of the minifigure in the exact same angle with a completely different face poorly photoshopped onto a white background and said they had it. Why is it that whenever people get their hands on a brand new Ninjago minifigure, when they take a picture they develop a caffeine addiction and the image ends up looking like this? Now it's not just the new sets themselves that people get excited for, but also the episodes. There's a lot you can tell from the name of an episode narrative-wise, and they often give you a real insight into what the season will actually be about. Recently, the newest season of Ninjago had its episode names released on IMDb, an incredibly trustworthy and reliable site, apart from the fact that it isn't. IMDb listed a few new episodes: Old Friends, The Upgrade Sue, Akita, and Tide of Tales. You can literally edit the IMDb episode page. Like, anyone can do this, and upload a new Ninjago leaks and rumor video alongside it, and congratulations, you're a hero. By manifesting fake rumors like this, you're immediately setting yourself up for disappointment when you watch the new season and it doesn't have Nardakan, Moro, and Akita coming back to fight Zane, who is now the Ice Emperor. When you look back at the old Ninjago leaks, they have so much charm, and you can just see that the people making them really care for the show and are just having fun with it. But now you've got posts like this that exist just to deceive. Ninjago is often regarded as one of the finest works of art ever created, but some people don't agree. It's crazy, I know. But today I wanted to have a look at some of these Ninjago haters and see why people really don't like Ninjago. The first thing to do is, of course, lock the windows and close the doors, because people can get very opinionated about Ninjago. Please don't hurt them. To find these Ninjago haters, I had to search far and wide, and I went to the land of YouTube. And I believe that I found some people that voiced their opinions on Ninjago in an interesting way. Alright, so the first video, why Lego Ninjago is declining. Let's see what this fine specimen has to say.
Hey guys, this is gonna be a quick little video about me and my brother protesting. If you guys have ever seen the TV series Lego Ninjago Master System Jitsu, they changed it to look like the Lego Ninjago movie. It was the worst movie ever created. I want my money back.
You know what? So far, this man is spitting facts. Absolute, he's a real credit to society. But I sense things are going downhill a tiny bit. Let's keep watching, shall we?
We're protesting. Go away.
I'm living. This is.
We're both very peeved. Don't you look at us like that.
Hey, I've been watching this since I've been in 4th grade.
I've been watching this for the past 6 minutes.
They have a good storyline, but they make no sense because everybody has changed. Nobody looks the same.
This man is basically trying to say the ninja designs didn't really make sense in the lore and weren't explained, which is not entirely true. If there's any inconsistencies, then I agree. The movie was a bit stinky, bit not poggers, but to be honest, season 8, 9, and 10 of Ninjago were very stinky, bit not poggers, but.
Sa style center ganun din, mas mura o pareho lang.
Honest, season 8, 9, and 10 of Ninjago were very good. Season 11, on the other hand, well,
Okay na ako naman.
Alright, next video is called Ninjago Sucks. Ninjago rant. This is better be interesting.
Today I'm gonna rant about the worst show ever, Ninjago. It really sucks because it is a bad show. The people are so dumb. Ninjago is a rip-off of Kimo.
Okay, alright, look, that's the final straw. I can understand you not liking Ninjago, that's fine. You say it's a rip-off of Chima. Oh my god. Look, you see this? I hate Chima so much. Please, never speak, ever, again. Alright, so the next video is called Ninjago Sucks, and this was released in June of 2011, quite a while ago.
Ninjago, I will win you. No, you won't. What? You're cheating. 1, 2, 3,
Okay na ako dyan. Okay na ako dyan. Oo.
What the hell? I guess they made some semi-valid points there. That was very stressful. Quality content there, of course, from the Xbox 360 Warrior. Please don't hurt me. Anyway, next video. So obviously, I'm trying to pinpoint exactly why people hate Ninjago. And fellas, I believe I may have found it with this video titled Ninjago Sucks Anyways. Let's give it a watch, shall we? Yeah. This person right here has kind of encapsulated exactly why people hate Ninjago. It's because they're watching it on a Samsung fridge. I'm sorry, but this is truly no way to live. I hate poverty, and I want to eradicate it. So, please like and subscribe. Alright, so I just found this video called Why Lego Ninjago is Garbage. So, yeah, let's watch it and see what dumb, ridiculous opinions this person has.
First of all, the Ninjago city sets are garbage. I didn't say they look terrible because they look pretty nice, but they all look the same and there's no reason to buy more than one of the most overrated Lego Ninjago sets. Next up is because they make so many Lloyd vehicles that I can't even open a Lego catalog without seeing one in the Ninjago page.
What? This man? Ooh. You know what? At first, I didn't agree with this man, but now I'm starting to better understand why people really hate Ninjago. So let's see what other people are saying about this video. Why is he here? Hey Ryan, please explain this. The people deserve to know why. And now we wait for Ryan to block me on Discord. Now look, it's not just people on YouTube that hate Ninjago, it's also just regular people. Whether that be on Amazon, on eBay, they're everywhere. I did not order this, it's a kid's game. I am an old age pensioner and £2.49 was taken from my account without my permission. 1-star fraud. I'm sorry, John, but maybe if you just gave them your money, then they wouldn't have to take it. Just a thought. Now this next one is a review of Season 2 of Ninjago. My 6-year-old managed to get into this despite parental controls and spent over £100 on Prime videos. I can't say that I'm happy. I'd say that your child has probably done one of the best things that they're ever going to do in their lives, and that is introducing themselves to Ninjago. Your child will end up like a complete and utter success, just like me. Yeah, Mum, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so loud. Look, look, I know that you hate me and you despise me with all of your heart, but anyway, as I was saying, my parents love me. I hate Lego, so should you. As usual from Lego, hugely overpriced and easily lost in bits all over my house. My 5-year-old loved them for about 30 minutes. Buy a wooden toy instead. Okay, Coach, if that's even your real name. First of all, you've posted the review on the wrong thread. This is for the movie, not the toy. And secondly,
Multiplication table ka naman. Sige na.
I'm not yet finished.
O pagkatapos ha. Ano dito, Ortega?
Sorry.
Blue?
this isn't the 1800s. Your kids can play with plastic. I mean, the fish in the ocean do it, and they quite enjoy it. So, and you talk about bits getting lost all over the house, but look, let me show you this. This is under my bed. This is how you keep Lego so you don't lose the little bits. You just throw the sets under there so they break. Please don't tell my parents that it's like this because they will shout at me. Now, fellas, this fine specimen here is Dareth, and you can buy him on Amazon for £10.95, an incredible deal. I mean, surely nobody has anything bad to say about him, right? 1 star. I don't get there. I have months waiting for him. I never get there. Grrr. I gotta say, that's really deep. That's really affected me. I hate it when I never get there. Now, by this point, we've not exactly found why people dislike Ninjago so much. All we've found is people being absolutely amazing human beings and doing whatever the hell this is supposed to be. So, with Ryan having ghosted me, it was time to get the next best thing. Sans, M&R Productions' best friend, as well as a huge Ninjago hater and a Monkey Kid fan. So now's the chance to Just why people hate Ninjago from the mouth of the devil himself, Sans.
I need a volunteer. Yes, you. Can you stand up for me?
I'll start. Yeah, I am.
Can you start spinning really, really, really fast in a
Hold on.
circle? Come on.
Yeah, give me a sec. Wave your hand if I need to stop. Okay.
How effective do you think that was combat-wise?
Combat-wise, I feel sick.
That's spin jitsu. Something a 4-year-old does to get really dizzy following a ceiling fan. That's what you're doing to fight infinite armies of bad guys.
Look, the thing about Ninjago is sometimes you have to sacrifice any shred of logic and reason, every single bit at all to have an interesting story.
So you're telling me fans of Ninjago are all brain dead?
Well, it's been nice speaking with you, Sans.
I still haven't got to the main point. I have 3 pages just about the villain. I've actually had a picture of the same while. Would you like to see it?
Not really, but sure.
This has been on my phone for a while, and if you could before we go, because I'm sure you're just dying to get off, I have a quick fix for all of Ninjago's problems. I'm not just here to complain. So here's my quick fix solution.
Well, that's him.
So here's my to get off. I have a quick fix for all of Ninjago's problems. I'm not just here to complain. So here's my quick fix solution.
Well, that's him gone. In conclusion, I don't think we'll ever really find out why people hate Ninjago. It's really just irrational. I'm an incredibly open-minded guy. I completely respect anybody's opinions on Ninjago as long as they don't disagree with mine.
That blaze.
Fellas, have you ever wondered what would happen in Ninjago if things played out a bit differently? There are so many crucial moments in the show that if they went a different way would change absolutely everything. What the fuck? Some of the biggest what-if questions within Ninjago. Now everyone knows the story of the Green Ninja. Kai thought it was going to be him, but after choosing to save Lloyd instead of the Fangblade, he reaches his true potential and realizes it's this little thing. But what if he made another decision? He reaches his true potential and realizes it's this little thing. But what if he made another decision? So Kai's in the temple as it's erupting and has to choose between saving Lloyd and saving the Fangblade. This time, however, Kai just pieces out without Lloyd and takes the Fangblade, leaving Lloyd to, Now this means 2 things. 1. Kai never reaches his true potential after getting over his obsession with the Green Ninja. 2. Lloyd cannot be the Green Ninja because he is now a soot cloud. Now Kai finds out he's the Green Ninja and he stood in a room with Garmadon, a dude's son who he's literally just killed, so presumably Kai hasn't learnt the lesson of, putting others before himself and being humble. He would most likely just go and try and fight him and lose, obviously, because he thinks he's invincible. Now this would cause him to rethink things or, more likely, become more driven to annihilate Garmadon. The entire first half of Season 2 doesn't exist because the ninja don't need to get money for Lloyd to train in Darren's Mojo Dojo. Damn it. Instead, Kai's ego begins to just engulf him. This, along with the guilt that he's feeling for letting Lloyd die a pretty horrific, fiery death, leads him to shut off his emotions a bit and focus solely on the final battle and beating Garmadon again. Now, Lloyd hesitated to kill his father because they're family, and that means I can't possibly stop you from killing thousands, even though you're the worst father in the history of civilization. However, Kai and Garmadon have absolutely no formal relationship and just... This means Lord Daddy G.
I'm just gonna react to say
Okay.
what?
I designed custom Lego models, and today I'm going to build a Minecraft lush cave in Lego form, and then try and connect it underneath this Lego Minecraft creation I built earlier to form the ultimate Minecraft chunk out of Lego. Will this result in both of the builds breaking? Will I even have enough axolotls? Will an Aether portal ever work? Lots and lots of questions, so let's just get started. Now if you live...
I love that.
Eat what? Banana? Eat ka muna banana, dali.
Before I eat my
Dali, eat ka muna banana.
before I eat my pandesal.
Oh, banana first. Show me.
Daddy, this one. See my new video, Daddy.
Oh, dance. Oh, look. Oh, dance. Kaya mo yan? Dance.
Daddy, can you look at my channel later to see my
mamaya.
new video? Eh kasi actually making one right now. Sorry for that delay introduction. We're just gonna eat for the dog. To be honest, I'm still gonna make the video.
A rock, a lush cave is basically if a jungle and a cave had a baby. It's a cave in the game that now if you live under a rock, a lush cave is basically if a jungle and a cave baby. It's a cave in the game that has a ton of vines, moss, water, greenery, and axolotls. And LEGO themselves have never actually made an official Minecraft lush cave set, so this is gonna get interesting. Now, in order for our cave to fit seamlessly underneath our last Minecraft build, we're gonna have to build it in the same dimensions, aka 16 by 32. I grabbed the correct base plate for it and got ready to start the build. And now the main blocks that we're gonna have to build 32. I grabbed the correct base plate for it and got ready to build. And now the main blocks that we're gonna have to build in LEGO for this are stone because it's a cave, moss blocks, water, and clay because lush caves are actually filled with clay blocks and are part of what makes them so unique. Also the axolotls, they are very unique. For all of the blocks, we're gonna build them in my go-to scale of one Minecraft block equaling a 2x2 brick 5 plates high, aka a LEGO perfect square. Now to resemble the stone, we're gonna use dark gray instead of light gray like they use in the sets, because light gray is actually gonna be used for the clay blocks since it's the closest color to clay that's affordable. LEGO equals affordable? What? Okay, now for the moss blocks, we're just gonna use a perfect cube in regular green. But you know how I said all of these blocks are gonna be 5 plates tall? Well, scratch that. Because for the water blocks, they're just gonna be a brick and a tile on top, because in the game, water is actually slightly shorter than normal Minecraft blocks, and my amazing vision caught that instantly. Now that we have our initial block designs established, we're gonna need a lot more of these, so I went to an online LEGO store and ordered a ton of pieces to use for this. We're getting the mother load, but I still have enough pieces to start designing the cave, so let's get going. I started on the left side experimenting with our blocks, and I used this image as our main reference while designing this, and I noticed that lush caves also have dirt blocks, so I made sure to include some of those as well. A little building hack that I used was combining two 1 stud wide bricks to form a 2 stud wide one. It's basically LEGO on a budget, which still costs a lot. Yes! All of the pieces we ordered previously have finally arrived. Let's crack them open.
Flight test.
Ito yung bata nakain ng crab, bolo ko. Kumain ka ng pandisa, ng banana?
Sorry.
After opening up the package and drooling all over the new pieces, I got back to building the cave with new reinforcements and high hopes. The first thing I did was grab these trans blue bricks and finish up this little pond that I started. I also tiled it off for the most part, but included some exposed studs so that later we can add some more special things. Now one of these special things are the drip leaves. They're super common in lush caves and necessary for this build. To build them, I took some inspiration from this design by Cheesy Studios, where I grabbed one of these new bright green rod pieces and attached a leaf piece into the hole, but to make it a little more detailed, I added studs on the top.
Sa'yo ba to?
No!
Kanino yan?
Kaya Taya.
Ubusin mo. Ubus.
I guess I already ate mine. Because I already ate mine, sorry.
Bottom and added 2 of the drip leaves to the build, as well as a lily pad on the side. Okay, following that, I started to expand out the cave on the other side, where I added smaller water patches with much more elevation because Minecraft isn't flat. Never mind. I also made a realization that this is a much more elevation because Minecraft isn't flat. Never mind. I also made a realization that this cave and I need to add a bunch of ores, otherwise what's the point of even going to a cave? To kidnap some sea animals, to social distance, to make a secret hideout no one will know about? No, we need fully stacked diamonds, so we need to add some ores. I have to modify the light gray ore that LEGO uses for their sets to a dark gray version, but that was a really fix and it looks so good.
After I make this video, I'm gonna react to two YouTubers. Generic Sacredbricks.
Okay, but to continue on building
Can you guess who that YouTuber is?
cave, I came up with a 5-step.
Type in the comments.
Step 1, continue to elevate the build. Step 2, add more water patches. Step 2.5, fill up the backside for more structural integrity. Step 3, repeat step 2 and add more ores. And step 4, build a sick looking waterfall. But after doing all the steps, the build is already looking super sick, but now we need to complete the build by adding the back walls and just adding a ton of height to the build so it can actually look like a cave. I flipped the cave around and started from the back so that we can give it strong structural integrity. For the walls, I used a bunch of these tall panels. Started from the back so that we can give it strong structural integrity. For the walls, I used a bunch of these tall panel pieces I just ordered, and oh my god, these pieces, it was love at first sight. I mainly used stone for the walls, but I made sure to sprinkle in some more ores because they are literally everywhere in Minecraft nowadays. I mean, have you been in a cave? Finally, I built the right side up to the max height I wanted the cave to be at, but it was very challenging to get the Minecraft geometry correct by using a mix of plates and bricks while still conserving parts. I also included some of these bricks with studs on the sides so that later we can add some block sections sticking out and curving into the top to make it have depth and look like an actual cave. Then I moved to the other side, sticking out and curving into the top to make it have and look like an actual cave. Then I moved to the other side and pretty much repeated the same steps, except this time I included this clay pillar that extruded out of the wall to add more depth. Then after elevating the cave completely, I added our first vine underneath this plate that stuck out of the wall. It's a small one, but we're gonna deck this build out with those vines and make it really look like a lush cave later on. But moving back to the clay pillar, I made the executive decision to build a lava waterfall drooping down this pillar because Minecraft caves have lava even when it's a lush cave. Minecraft makes no sense, but it don't matter because after building the lava waterfall, it looked amazing and really completed the inside of this cave. Now to finish up the walls, I added in some more diamonds and built these large block formations that I attached to the walls using the studs I left exposed, and they really made this build feel like a cave that was enclosing on the top and just added a bunch of depth, so it really looked like a Minecraft cave. Now before we add the ceiling and the vines drooping down, it's give this build life in the form of axolotls and some other aquatic mobs. I cracked open 2 copies of the only LEGO set that has axolotl mobs, built them up, and got myself a ton of new aquatic mobs, including 6 of these awesome LEGO axolotls that are way slimmer than they are in the game. But it's time to introduce them to their new home. And we're also gonna throw in one of these glow squids because I actually found one while exploring a lush cave for this video. I released them all into their new home and oh my god, they look great. To finish their habitat, I threw in some more drip leaves and I realized that I forgot to include azalea blocks. Azalea blocks are one of the staples of lush caves and I have to include them in this LEGO version, so I grabbed some of my newly acquired green plates and some studs in magenta, a very cool color, and I designed a pretty accurate recreation of an azalea block. I added 3 of them to the build, and I think the inside of the cave is finally done. So now we can build a ceiling with the vines and try and connect the other Minecraft build to the top of this. If they break, I'm literally gonna quit life. The building technique I'm gonna use for the ceiling is building the entire thing with bricks as a wall and then placing it on its side. To do this, I needed to implement a way to build sideways, so I lined the back of the cave with snot bricks so that I can attach the entire ceiling section to those. Now to build the actual wall, I just stacked a bunch of bricks together and I also included some snot bricks there so that I could use the exposed studs to add vines to the bottom, and I also included exposed studs facing the top so that they can act as holding points when we attach the other Minecraft build to this. Now we're done with the ceiling section, meaning it is time to design and build the actual vines. I grabbed a bunch of these tiny leaf pieces I own along with my case of LEGO studs. This is my ultimate flex right here. And I got designing on a bunch of these vines using this simple technique where I attach a green stud in between each leaf and keep repeating that process. And to represent the glow berries, I also included some yellow studs in the mix. Okay, but after a while, I built a bunch of vines in various lengths and now it's time to attach them all into the ceiling. Okay, we got this. Okay, now they're all in, but before we attach this to the cave, there's one more addition that we need to include. Another iconic part of a lush cave, a spore flower. I ordered one of these magenta flowers earlier, but it's a really weird piece because it has exposed studs on the back side. So to attach it to the ceiling, I used this illegal building technique and shoved a stud in between the studs of the piece, and then another transparent round piece to that construction, so that the whole thing can attach to a snot brick on the ceiling. Now, it's the moment of truth. Let's attach our ceiling. Yes! It attached smoothly, meaning that the build finally looks like a complete lush cave. Except, the build still needs some characters. So I grabbed my bin of LEGO Minecraft figures, jeez, that's a lot, and picked out some figures to populate the cave. I added a skeleton, a baby sheep, a baby chicken, a baby slime, and our hero Bob fully dripped out in netherite armor mining in the cave. Okay, but finally our lush cave is complete and it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We're gonna use the studs I left exposed on the top of the cave to connect the other Minecraft build on top of it and form the ultimate LEGO Minecraft chunk. I carefully grabbed the other LEGO Minecraft world, and let's just hope placing this on top doesn't break both of them. That was easy. It surprisingly fit in perfectly and the cave was actually strong enough to hold it up. And yeah, we successfully built the ultimate LEGO Minecraft chunk featuring so many awesome details throughout the house on top and the awesome lush cave on the bottom. That's LEGO Minecraft chunk featuring so many awesome details throughout the house on top and the awesome lush cave on the bottom. That's what I call a W for Bob. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. These videos take a while to make. There were 3 Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home. There's your spoiler warning. And today I'm gonna build the final battle where all the Spider-
I already watched it, so it's not spoiler
up
for
and
me.
face off against the Sinister Six in Lego. So we need to build like 12 characters, including a massive sand abomination, a retired Hogwarts professor, and a literal tree. I'm gonna reuse my Doc Ock and Green Goblin from my previous build. The boys are back, and I'm gonna order 2 more Spider-Mans. Spider-Mans. That sounds weird. Spider-Boys, Spider-Men, Spider-Men. And now Lizard.
Is that a dinosaur?
Why didn't he just stay, man? There were 3 Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home. There's your spoiler warning. And today I'm gonna build the final battle where all the Spider-Man group up and face off against the Sinister Six and today I'm gonna build the final battle where all the Spider-Man
The original, the other one, and the new one.
face off against the Sinister Six in Lego. So we need to build like 12 characters, including a massive sand abomination, a retired Hogwarts professor, and a literal tree. I'm gonna reuse my Doc Ock and Green Goblin from my previous build. The boys are back, and I'm gonna order 2 more Spider-Mans. Spider-Mans. That sounds weird. Spider-Boys, Spider-Men, Spider-Men. And now Lizard.
Is that a dinosaur?
Why didn't he just stay in the van? You know what? This'll do. The Lizard was just a throwaway character anyways. I built a custom Ned and MJ, and I also bought a $30 Lego set just for a minifigure. I'm a true Lego collector. Wait, remember when I said I'm ordering some figures? Well, I got a little sidetracked. Okay, so we're gonna buy these 2 Spideys, and I have a really cool idea for these pieces, and these. It's gonna be insane. This is gonna cost a lot, so watch till the end. But now, for the most important character. He carried the whole movie, his presence just lit up the entire cinema, the tree.
This is like a tree monster, or like a scientist that turned into a tree.
It's just a tree, man.
I am seriously building the tree. I feel obligated to. And I've been saving something super special for this. And we're gonna open it. Alright, Pick-a-Brick Cup, you've been sitting on my desk unopened for 5 months, but awaken! We got some leaves, we got some plates, we got some brooms, we got some bread. So I grabbed a whole bunch of these new leaf pieces and I used the leaf weaving technique to build 3 sections and then stacked them up. And it was done. I knew I had to pay respects to this beast of a villain because he could easily solo the entire MCU. Light work. Now one of the funniest characters in the entire movie has to be Electro. He actually has a real design now. He's no longer a blue airhead and I'm gonna build him. So I grabbed some minifig parts. Actually has a real design now. He's no longer a blue air and I'm gonna build him. So I grabbed some minifig parts and whipped up a custom. And for his electricity, the Bricklink has arrived. Let's crack it open. The demonetization scissor. This is the greatest moment of my life. We got 2 more Spider-Man pieces for a multiverse portal and these transparent yellow pieces for Electro's lightning. So I used a neck bracket piece and built up an electricity suit which I attached to Electro and he was done. But before we get any further, I have a challenge for all of you. In this video, there are a bunch of iconic Bully Maguire quotes. I've already said some and there's a lot more later in the video. Comment down below the timestamps. Don't fail this challenge or I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. Sandman time. Only issue is, he's huge. He's a literal giant and he might even be bigger than the structure itself. I decided to use dark tan as the color and it's build time. I built a tiny section before realizing that I screwed up. I forgot to build a foundation. So I got to it. I built a strong foundation that I screwed up. I forgot to build a foundation. So I got to it. Section before realizing that I screwed up. I forgot to build a foundation. So I got to it. I built a strong foundation and connected the previous part, but then I realized that I need more pieces. So I'm gonna destroy my previous Lego build. If you don't know what that is, I built the bridge battle scene with Dr. Octopus fighting Spider-Man, and it's gonna take a tumble. Goodbye, old friend. It's for the better. You know it's bad when you're about to cry over plastic. So I sorted it all back up and got back to building, and the new reinforcements came in clutch. It was actually going really well for once. I added some arms that didn't fall off and break after 2 seconds, scratch that, and got some nice shaping with the slopes and mixels. I also stacked some plates like a staircase and curved it to represent rubble flying around Sandman. But even though it might have been really deep, also stacked some plates like a staircase and curved it to represent rubble flying around Sandman. But even though it might have been really detailed now, the build was just too fragile and literally broke every time I laid a finger on it. I didn't even bother trying to make the head, so I decided to put it all aside for now and start working on the scaffolding that the Spider-Man were fighting on. I have no idea how I'm gonna build this. So I looked around my parts collection and sets and grabbed every round piece that I could possibly use for the pillars and got to work. I came up with this awesome design that was simple enough to mass produce that I could possibly use for the pillars and got to work. I came up with this awesome design simple enough to mass produce, which was a relief considering how Sandman went. I built a simple base, awesome design that was simple enough to mass produce, which was a relief considering how Sandman went. I built a simple with this awesome sets and grabbed every round piece that I could possibly use for the pillars and got to work. I came up with this awesome design that was simple enough to mass produce, which possibly use for the pillars and got to. So I looked around my parts collection and sets and grabbed every round piece that I could possibly use for the pillars and got to work. I came up with this awesome design that was simple enough to mass produce, which was a relief considering how Sandman went. I built a simple base. Yes, we did it right this time. I learned from my mistakes. Then I added some pillars using some bar pieces, lightsaber hilts, and telescopes. I even built one of the scaffolding, breaking apart using this mixel joint connection and this awesome bed bark technique because this is a battle after all, and I just kept repeating the process and stacking them up. I polished it all up, but I was not done there. This was the final flippin' battle. So I decided to build 2 more scaffolding sections, and I used some different colors because I just kept running out of bar pieces. Now the scaffolding might have been done for now, but we still have Sandman to build. I quickly realized that I reached a dead end with the old design, so let's start a new one. After trying out many different designs and failing all the same, I found a good one. I formed a simple skeleton, and then I basically built different levels of this dark tan rounded shape, and after a lot of trial and error and my wrinkling forehead, I built a pretty secure base. But I think it's too short and I need more pieces. We're kind of low on dark tan, so I think it's time we break some more Lego.
All that work.
Then I used a new, more part-friendly technique where I actually achieved some awesome shaping, and after a lot more time, the body was built up. I'm actually really liking the way this is looking. It's definitely better than whatever this was. I have another super cool idea. I returned back to the scaffolding and added Doctor Strange, because if you remember, Ned summoned him back with the multiverse portal, and it was such a cool scene. So I grabbed some of those new Brinkling parts, and well, Ned summoned him back with the multiverse portal, and it was such a cool scene. So I grabbed some of those new Brinkling parts, and well, let's just cue the YouTube short. Here's how you can build a Doctor Strange portal ring in Lego form. And well, let's just cue the YouTube short. Here's how you can build a Doctor Strange portal ring in Lego form. First, you need a
watch the short.
whole bunch of trans orange.
Wait, I already watched the short.
1x2 plates. Then you gotta construct a 3-level stack where you place the pieces in this pattern so that they can stay together and so that the plates can curve when they're next to a stud. And if you build a large enough link, you can curve it and form a circle. So after I built that up, I returned to Sandman. Why can't I build a head? I tried so many different designs and spent a lot of days working on this, but I finally settled on one design. For all the constraints I had, I really liked this product. And I built Sandman some arms, and added both the arms and the head to the build. Now it's time for the finishing touches. I added a bunch of wood, fire, and smoke details, and I added a bunch of rubble all around Sandman. And it's minifigure time. I started adding and positioning all the characters on the build. As you can see here, I made some specific scenes. Here we have Toby and Andrew doing the back cracking thing, Doctor Strange coming through the portal, courtesy of the GOAT, MJ's fall, Doc Ock shutting down Electro, Green Goblin being an absolute menace, and it's done. After 4 weeks of non-stop work, so many different variants, a lot of experimentation, and a bunch of new pieces, it was finally done. It features a massive Sandman attacking the 3 Spideys, along with all the villains on top of the huge structure, and it feels good to be done. But this is only part 1. You need to check out this build of Spider-Man via Dr. Octopus by TD Bricks, link down below. Thank you all so much for watching, stay tuned for more, and leave a comment down below.
Hey everyone, what's up? I'm finally back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys another LEGO creation from the video game Among Us. This time it's from my favorite map of the game, Polis. I'm not sure why I like Polis so much. Maybe it's because
he sounds so different. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. So, bye.